Hi friends, FirearmPop here, and today I have another in my series of Armed Citizen Stories. This makes Armed Citizen Stories number 31. And let's get right to it. Woman gets her gun, holds Prowler for cops. Albany, Georgia. An Albany woman held a man at gunpoint until police arrived after catching him looking in her neighbor's window. Lynn Dombrowski says she keeps her eyes peeled for criminals, and when she spotted a man creeping in her neighbor's yard, she surprised him with a gun. She likes to look out for her neighbors, and today she's not only looked out for them, she swung into action, standing up to a man she says was up to no good. Dombrowski was walking her dog in the alley behind the 900 block of 6th Avenue and spotted a man looking into Kathy Vaughn's back window. Dombrowski said, "I said, you need to get away from that window. I'm calling police." He said, "Go ahead." Dombrowski did call police, but she didn't stop there. So I went on in the house, put my dog up, and grabbed my gun. And I came out and held the gun on him so he wouldn't leave. And I said, "You stand right there. The police is on its way." Kathy Vaughn said she was stunned when Lynn called her too, and said she saw her neighbor holding a man at gunpoint. "I didn't even realize anything was going on. The dog had started barking. I had been in the shower, and then I saw Lynn out there." As he sits in the back of the police cruiser, John Colhorn insists he was just looking for work. Dombrowski said there's no doubt in her mind he was up to no good. Then she pulled the gun out. Dombrowski said it didn't faze him. "No, he just looked at me and said, 'You all are evil.' And he kept reciting scripture and stuff." Dombrowski said she was been keeping an eye on her neighborhood because of the past gang activity and will continue to. "Would Albany be a better place if everyone did this?" Dombrowski said, "Oh yeah, most definitely. Everybody would feel safer." Vaughn said she was glad that Lynn has Lynn for a neighbor. "They are wonderful and they do just about anything for us. They're great." And Lynn Dombrowski proved she will take a stand against crime in her neighborhood. She says she knew Cohern was up to no good when he said he was looking for work. She told him if he was, he should have gone to the front door and knocked. John Cohern says he's homeless, as charged with peeping Tom, loitering, and prowling. Should have been charged with much more than that. Armed homeowner put stop to burglar. Philip Ramsey was drinking coffee in his James Island home Tuesday when he heard the sound of breaking glass. "I dialed 911, picked up my gun, and walked toward the back of the house," he said. When he got to his bedroom, a man was climbing off his bed, which was under the broken window. Ramsey held the intruder at gunpoint until deputies arrived. Charleston County's sheriff's deputies quickly arrived at the house on Mohawk Avenue and took the suspect into custody. According to an incident report, deputies were called to the house about 1 p.m. Ramsey said he heard a sound coming from his bedroom about noon and grabbed his 9mm pistol. Went into his room and found nothing amiss. After several minutes he went by, a man knocked on his back door. "I didn't recognize him and I didn't answer the door," Ramsey said. The man walked out of Ramsey's yard. A short time later, a different man knocked on the door, Ramsey said. Then Ramsey didn't answer. The man walked towards the window in the rear of the house. Ramsey heard glass breaking and found the would-be burglar in his room. Ramsey, 53, said he learned how to handle guns as a child. "My father used to take me to the range," he said. There hasn't been a huge crime problem at his house, which is in the Laurel Park subsection off Foley Road. "My family has been here since 1968, and this is the first break-in," he said. Ramsey's 91-year-old mother also lives at the house. She was unaware of the break-ins until it was over, he said. "Usually he keeps his gun in his bedroom," he said. "For some reason I had it with me in the kitchen today," he said. "God must have been watching out for me, I guess." Ramsey said he thinks everyone should protect themselves, Get a gun and learn how to use it, he said. Criminals, Ramsey said, a lot of said's in this article. Ramsey said, will do well to think about the possibility of being shot when they break into a home. According to the incident report, the suspect told deputies that he was in the house to steal whatever he could and that he had a drug problem. Mark Stephen Caldwell, 43 of Croker Avenue, is charged with first-degree burglary, said Sheriff Jim Brady. Caldwell is being held in the Cannon Detention Center pending a bond hearing. Okay, he said. Excuse me. I need some coffee after all those. He says. Neighborhood holds burglar at gunpoint, waits for police after robbery. After an attempted burglary at Caledonia this morning, the neighborhood of the victim holds the burglar at gunpoint while police head to the scene. Caledonia. A thrilling story out of Caledonia. A mother of four stops a burglary in progress and holds the suspect at gunpoint until police arrive. It started as what many consider an average burglary. A local woman terrified while staring a man attempting to break into her Caledonia home. Just moments later, her neighbors, Peggy and Mark Johnson, came to the rescue, holding the man down with the shotgun until police arrived. Peggy Johnson said, my neighbor Debbie called and said someone was trying to get into her atrium door. I got up and told my husband to grab the gun. Sorry. The couple held 28-year-old David Merritt of Rockland at gunpoint until emergency crews arrived. Merritt was arrested this morning in the 8900 block of Grove Street. That's near Agile Road. He's now in the Winnebago County Jail for attempted burglary. The Winnebago County Sheriff's Department didn't want to voice an opinion on how the crime was handled this morning, saying it's now considered a criminal investigation. The attempted burglary victim says she's lucky for her neighbors. Deborah Boyd said, thank God I had them. I mean, the rest of the story would have gone, you call 911 until someone shows up, and there would have been a good 10 minutes, and that is frightening, 10 minutes. Well, those are the stories for this morning. So you can friend or like me on Facebook at FirearmPop. You can find me on the web at FirearmPop.com. And this is FirearmPop. Be safe out there, and God bless. Bye now.